Check, check. There we go. That seems a lot better. Going to multi-stream. There we go. Liquid Courage answer
Who went
form.
live? The T-Shay. What?
The T is always live. Wilding out, in fact.
In 4K.
Uh-huh, sure.
Yeah.
There's some measure of quality, at least.
It's the only quality I'm bringing.
Uh-huh. That was the insinuation.
Uh-huh.
Okay, let's see here. How are the flags looking?
Starched.
There we go, just like that. I think there's room enough for you to move over toward me. Looks like that'll balance out the shot. Oh, it's always something I gotta do.
You know it.
Zero
this guy
viewers.
gets it.
Promising. Up
Six
6 viewers.
Yeah. I was
Fantastic.
gonna say we already have a few.
All right, welcome, everybody. This is Gentleman Octopus Trivia for real this time. For real this time.
We have commemorative 412 up
Yep,
there.
left up the 412 from the game that was supposed to be.
Never forget.
The game that will be tonight's game, actually. Let's see.
Which means that we're gonna blow through the first round a little bit.
Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. I think people only saw the first 2 questions.
But they also saw the first 2 answers. Like we got pretty far in.
Oh, seriously? We got
Yeah.
through answers?
I thought we did,
Oh,
yeah.
I think you might be right.
Yeah.
Dang. All right. Well, this will be interesting and fun.
This will be fun. Yep.
You already put the answer sheets in. That's awesome. You have the link to the music round, right? I sent
Yeah.
that one to you.
I'm sure I have it. It's just a little bit deeper in my archives.
Sure,
so
no
I'll
problem.
grab that.
All right, let's move ahead to our thank you screen. Thank you, first of all, to everybody who's stuck by us and come out and let us try this one more time. But also, thank you to our supporters. People have donated: Jason Kwong, Martin Butterick, and Rachel Schumann. To Jason Hess, JT Trujillo, and Will Gilbert. To Robin Utz, Stephen Glassman, and Mark Dawson. To Michelle Martin, Adam Connor, and Clifford Gallagher. To Kent Buxton, Daniel McMarthy, and Joshua Levitt. To Daniel Ludlum, Dan Fitzpatrick, and Sarah Ann Rapp. In addition to our 4 donors who have already contributed based on the other times that we've tried to run this game to support Sarah Hollub and her family, which is what we're doing tonight. Also meant to remind you that Sarah Ann Rapp has contributed a question to tonight's game as well. And we love having people contribute questions.
If you got one, send it to us.
Exactly. Sarah's the main part of the writing team here, main part of the Octopus partnership, but we take all kinds. You know, if you have an idea for a question, you want to send one in, let us know. We'll fully credit you on it, and if you want it to be seen by a bunch of people, we can give you that audience. 8:56 already.
Yep.
Let's move ahead and talk about QuickWit. So QuickWit is an exciting and competitive trivia app that rewards players with physical prizes. Today they had a Nordic-style veggie pot
And a lava lamp.
A lava lamp. I almost won the lava lamp. I came in 5th, but I thought I had a good shot. Anyway, with QuickWit, you are going to get 2 different questions at random points throughout the day. You're going to have 15 minutes to answer, and you will not have the option of multiple choice. And you got to make sure that your spelling is absolutely right. They're going to ask you those 2 questions, and each one of those questions is going to be like a general knowledge riddle-like question. There'll be clues that make you think of certain things and send you along the lines, and you figure it out, and it's all like that. Now, it may sound difficult, and it can be quite difficult, but, you know, you not only get the
benefit of your general knowledge, but also you can use Google. And that is a big part of the game, is being able to use Google and going down the Google hole.
Yep, exactly. First person. I almost said player and person. First person.
First person.
Yeah, first person. The first person who is able to answer the question correctly and the fastest will receive whatever prize they have on offer. Looking around here, I can see Monopoly, Ultimate Banking Edition, a game of Exploding Kittens. I also have a slim insulated can for like Red Bulls and seltzers and other slim cans to keep
You
them
won the salsa
cold.
kit once. That was good.
Oh, the salsa kit, the hot sauce kit.
The hot sauce kit.
That
yeah.
was so good.
The peach Vidalia was so
Oh,
good.
peach Vidalia is great stuff. Georgia peach and Vidalia onion. All right, moving on now to the rules. We're only a couple minutes away. Just want to let you know that we use Google Answer Forms throughout the game, so please submit your answers using the Google Forms that have been provided in the link. You put those in the Facebook chat.
Yes, did.
Let me make sure that those go into the YouTube
And the Twitch.
and the Twitch chats. Yeah, if you could just send that to me, I can do that. Or you know what?
It's like the fourth message you sent me.
It's like okay, cool.
Yeah,
so it's pretty recent.
Normally it's a little bit further back there, but
Okay. Well, let me pull that up. Yeah. In the meantime, we'll tell you that there are 5 rounds of 8 questions tonight, just like always, and that your middle round is a music round with a theme.
Ordinarily, you'll have to guess the theme. Tonight's theme is going to be an open theme, which we'll get to in just a little bit.
Yep. And when he says open theme, essentially what he's meaning is that we're going to, give you the theme right off the bat, so you don't have to also figure that out. I hope that monster of a link works for people. There we go. YouTube and Facebook should now both have.
I think you have to click at the bottom.
No, I think the link is too big. I don't think YouTube likes it. Give me a second.
That is a monster.
It is. Let me just pull it up here. Get link. Copy. Try that. There we go. And then I'll send in a slim down link there in Twitch as well. There we are.
There we go.
Awesome.
all set now.
Okay, so feel free to play individually or team up with others using a group chat or what may have you. When you're submitting your answer forms, please submit them only once, and please make sure that you include your team name on all of your answer forms and that your team name is spelled, spaced, and stylized the same way throughout the night. Otherwise, our system might have a hard time picking you up. Also, just going to say each correct answer to a question is worth 1 point unless otherwise noted. The exception is the music round, in which the title is worth 1 point and the artist is worth 1 point, but you can get a point for either, or neither, or both. It's not mutually dependent. You don't have to get both of them right in order to score points. Questions we read once and then recapped before the submission timer. We will give you 3 minutes after the recap to submit your answers. Set that to 3:20 in order to counter lag as much as possible. And there will be no final question. And your tiebreakers.
Tiebreakers will be written if we need them in the event of a first place tie only.
Yep, exactly. That's that. And again, tonight we are running tonight's game in celebration and memory of Sarah Holub. We are raising money to support her family, who's looking to start up a scholarship fund to remember Sarah. So if you can give anything at all, please send that in to Venmo at McKinney-Sizemore or PayPal using ksizemore@hotmail.com. We've already had 4 generous people donate in the previous incarnations of this game.
And every cent will be going to the family of Sarah Hollow.
Yes, we will keep nothing. 100% of that will be passed on, and you will all be thanked and named and much appreciated.
Yep.
It is time now to get started with our first round. And
Some of these questions may seem familiar to you. Do not adjust your television sets.
If you tried it during the first game, absolutely. All right, you want to start?
Yeah, I start.
Okay.
Question number 1. Inspired by a once standing structure on Cape Horn, The Lighthouse at the End of the World was the first posthumously published novel of what author, who died in Amiens in 1905? Inspired by a once standing structure on Cape Horn, The Lighthouse at the End of the World was the first posthumously published novel of what author, who died in Amiens in 1905? Who is that author who did The Lighthouse at the End of the World? That's question 1.
That is question number 1. It's time to move on to question number 2. Hopefully things go smoothly tonight. Question number 2. The Tanaro, Scrivia, and Secchia are 3 of the many, many tributaries of what river, whose name has been redacted from the following image? So this is question number 2, and in this image, obscured by that blue and blue rectangle, it's different kinds of blue, so blue and blue, is the name of what river? A few of the many, many tributaries of this river include the Tanaro, the Scrivia, and the Secchia. Tanaro, Scrivia, and Secchia are 3 of the many, many tributaries of what river whose name is obscured on this image? That's question number 2.
Question number 3. What Major League Baseball team, the 2014 World Series champions, is operated by General Manager Dayton Moore, who has, on more than one occasion, brought in speakers to tell his players about the dangers of pornography? Once again, what MLB team, the 2014 World Series champions? I think you didn't space the 14 in the world very well.
No, I think it's just the kerning between the number font
it
and
looks
the...
real weird.
A body is a different kind of font.
Yep. The 2014 World Series champions is operated by General Manager Dayton Moore, who has on more than one occasion brought in speakers to tell his players about the dangers of pornography.
Okay, so we'd like to thank Claire Fisher for their donation tonight. Thank you very much, Claire. And the people who have previously donated would like to say thank you to Carrie Bonnell, Rachel Schumann, and Gail Angeles, who have all contributed again.
As well as Adam Connor.
As well as Adam Connor. Thank you for remembering. Again, 100% donations are going to Sarah Holub and her family during this time as they try to get a scholarship fund established in order to remember Sarah. So please give generously if you can. Question number 4. Known for his ability to climb anything, the short-lived Suicide Squad characters seen on the following slide shares their name with what Midwestern heavy metal band known for the albums All Hope Is Gone and We Are Not Your Kind? All Hope Is Gone and We Are Not Your Kind are two albums released by what Midwestern heavy metal band? That band shares their name with this character from Suicide Squad, who didn't last particularly long.
And an addendum to question 3, the year is 1 year off.
Oh, is
they
it now?
went to the World Series in 2014, but didn't win it until 2015.
So, like, it started in December and went to January? Is that what I'm hearing?
No. They went to the World Series 2 straight years.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. They
Gotcha.
were in the World Series in 2014. They lost. Then they won it in 2015. So it should have said 2015 World Series champions.
Thanks for the point of clarification.
Thank
Kent.
you, Kent, for pointing that one up.
But yeah, what name is shared by the Midwestern heavy metal band that did those two albums and the Suicide Squad character seen there? That's question number 4.
Question number 5. What female actor co-starred in a pair of 2017 and 2019 box office smashes, although she found mixed results when trying to repeat that success with Men in Black International? Starring in 2017 and 2019 box office absolute giants, found mixed success when trying to repeat that success with the same co-star in Men in Black International.
That's important.
What female actor is that? That's question 5.
Question number 6. We've got your Name That Animal question.
Yeah.
The animals seen on the following slide all have names that end with what 3 letters? An Afrikaans word meaning goat. So these are your animals right here. Both of these animals have a name that ends in the same 3 letters. Those 3 letters are the Afrikaans word for goat. What are those 3 letters? And those are your animagables right there. We got some bouncy ones. We got some longhorned ones. Longhorned boys, bouncy boys, spronky boys. Spronky boys. I love that, spronking. That's such a fun word to say. But that is question number 6. Give us the last 3 letters that are common to both of the animal species seen on this slide. Again, those 3 letters are also the Afrikaans word for goat. And question number 7.
Question number 7. Serving from 1964 to 1975, what Saudi king is the only one to have been assassinated, resulting in the ascension of his brother, King Khalid? Serving from 1964 to 1975, what Saudi king is the only one to have been assassinated, resulting in the ascension of their brother, King Khalid? What's the name of the only Saudi king to be assassinated? That's question 7.
I'll defend this. I think ascension and accession both work. And I think accession is like more specifically for monarchs. And question number 8. I'll define this. I'll defend and define it.
Yeah, we know you will.
Question number 8, your last one of the round. A variant of the Malagueta pepper is used to make what repetitively named sauce, first developed in southern Africa and now popularly associated with South African fast food chain Nando's. The South African fast food chain Nando's is well known for what repetitively named sauce? That sauce is made using a variant of the Malagueta pepper and originated in southern Africa. That's question number 8. Let's hit it with the recap.
Question number 1, inspired by a once standing structure on Cape Horn, the lighthouse at the end of the world, was the first posthumously published novel of what author, who died in Amiens in 1905?
Question number 2, the Tanaro, Scrivia, and Sequia are 3 of the many, many tributaries of what river whose name has been redacted from this image here? Basically, what name is under that blue rectangle? That's what we want to know for question number 2. Give you just a few more seconds with that. Jeremy, thank you very much for the like. Love to see the tentacles popping up. Technically, those are, arms. But anyway.
Yep.
Question number 3.
Question number 3, what Major League Baseball team, the 2015 World Series champions and 2014 World Series runners-up, is operated by General Manager Dayton Moore, who has, on more than one occasion, brought in speakers to tell his players about the dangers of pornography? That's question 3.
You're going to encounter that often on the field.
Uh-huh.
Got to be careful.
You know it, man.
Question number 4, known for his ability to climb anything, the short-lived Suicide Squad character seen in this image shares their name with what Midwestern heavy metal band? That band is known for albums such as All Hope Is Gone and We Are Not Your Kind. That's question number 4. What's the name of that character and that band? That's question 4.
Question number 5, what female actor co-starred in a pair of 2017 and 2019 box office smashes, although she found mixed results when trying to repeat that success with the same co-star with Men in Black International? Who is that female actor? That's question 5.
Question number 6, you've got your animal question. The animals seen on the following slide, seen on this slide right here, both have names that end with what 3 letters? The Afrikaans word for goat. We are looking for the 3 letters that come at the end of the name in both of these animal species. That is question number 6. Give us those 3 letters.
Question number 7, serving from 1964 to 1975. What Saudi king is the only one to have been assassinated, resulting in the accession of their brother, King Khalid? Was the only Saudi king to have been assassinated? That's question 7.
Oh, that's just me adjusting my shirt.
I thought you were going for the
the button.
And question number 8, your last one of the round. A variant of the Malagueta pepper is used to make what repetitively named South African sauce, or Southern African sauce, I should say, now popularly associated with South African fast food chain Nando's. What is that repetitively named sauce? That's question number 8. That is round number 1. And everything seems to be going all right. Knock on wood. Anyway, we will give you 3 minutes to submit your answers, so please make sure you do that as soon as you can.
And we'll see you in just a little bit.
Exactly. Good luck, everybody. All right, we are back, and it looks like everybody's answers have been correctly evaluated. So let's take a look at the correct answers from round number 1.
Then we'll meet the teams. Question number 1. Inspired by a once standing structure on Cape Horn, The Lighthouse at the End of the World was the first posthumously published novel of what author who died in Amiens in 1905? And The Lighthouse at the End of the World was published by Jules Verne.
Well, it certainly wasn't published by Jules Verne.
But
He was gone.
he was a little gone. Yeah.
I love this comic from Hark, a Vagrant, about Verne being a fanboy for Edgar Allan Poe, kicking his little feet while writing the fan letter and saying, "You should put more hot air balloons in your stories." I drew a picture of us in a balloon. It just says bros. Yep. Biggest fan. Right back soon. Question number 2. The Tanaro, Scrivia, and Secchia are 3 of the many, many tributaries of what river, whose name has been redacted from this image? That would be the Po River, actually.
Yeah.
You know, speaking of the last image.
Which one of which one of the Teletubbies was it? Oh, I think, is it the Dipsy River?
That's like with the Italian Renaissance
Yeah.
painters. Which Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle is it? Although with this one, it's always the same answer, which Teletubby. And now, question number 3.
Question number 3. What Major League Baseball team, the 2015 World Series champions and 2014 runner-up, is operated by general manager Dayton Moore, who has on more than one occasion brought in speakers to tell his players about the dangers of pornography? That team is the Kansas City Royals. Yeah, Dayton Moore's a bit weird. Probably the less said about Dayton Moore, the better.
Weird would be nice.
Yeah.
It's not weird. It's
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Okay.
Question number 4. Known for his ability to climb anything, the short-lived Suicide Squad character seen on the following slide shares their name with what Midwestern heavy metal band that released the albums All Hope Is Gone and We Are Not Your Kind? That would be Slipknot. We are Team Charlie's. I would like to thank last week's Team Charles for giving us an extra week to come up with Venmo.
For Vern.
With Vern, gotcha.
Not Venmo.
Venmo, wow. Gotta
Not
get my
even-
eyes adjusted.
Not even close.
Anyway, that was Slipknot. We didn't want to give you the subliminal verses or Iowa. Thought it'd be a little bit too easy, but that was the...
Not actually playing tonight, just here to be sassy. We appreciate you, Stephen. Question 5. What female actor co-starred in a pair of 2017 and 2019 box office smashes? Lush found mixed results when running it back with the same co-star with Men in Black International. She's going to be the new Thor. She's Valkyrie. This is Tessa Thompson.
Yeah, Tessa Thompson. Her start went just way on the rise after Ragnarok.
For sure.
I mean, Men in Black International chilled that bean just a little bit, but she's going to be back. Question number 6. The animals seen on the following slide, seen on this slide, all have names that end with what 3 letters? The Afrikaans word for goat. We had one team say Dick, D-I-K, which is, accurate because there is a dik-dik, which is like a small deer-like animal that lives in the African savanna. This, however, is a springbok on the right-hand side and a gemsbok on the left-hand side. That is a bok. Bok, bok.
And a springbok is on the crest of the South African rugby team.
That is absolutely correct, Cody. 2014, the San Francisco Giants won.
As I've been told several times now.
You're wearing that hat.
A little bit, yeah.
Question number 7.
Question number 7, starting from 1964 to 1975. What Saudi king is the only one to have been assassinated, resulting in the ascension of his brother, King Khalid? And that would be King Faisal.
Yep.
Was the only one assassinated.
King Faisal is the only one who's been assassinated. We've got another donation coming in from Michelle Martin, who is also offering her condolences. Thank you very much, Michelle,
Thank you, Michelle,
for your donation. And question number 8, your last of the round. A variant of the Malagueta pepper is used to make what repetitively named sauce from Southern African cuisine that has been made popular by South African fast food chain Nando's. There's some dispute, which is why I called it Southern African rather than South African, about whether or not this came from South Africa or Botswana, but it's mostly agreed that it came about because of Portuguese colonization. That is peri-peri sauce. Good stuff, too. TJ.
Let's meet the team.
Let's do it.
We've got Drew Trunk, shortly departing house guests. The Hullabaloos.
Love that.
Yep. The Triumvirate. Kanye West Nile Virus. B3 Front Stroking King. Third podium, Team Coast to Coast, Octopus Nuts, Hayden Panettiere, and Augustus Gloop. There it is.
French vanilla, Rocky Road, little bit of peanut butter cookie dough. Scoops. There it is.
Sprinkles.
Everybody knows that song now.
Yeah, they do.
Well, I mean, they knew the song. Now they know the remix.
Round number 2. That is question number 1. TJ.
Yes, question number 1. Of the 9 countries that border the Democratic Republic of the Congo, what country that's to its southwest is the largest in area? Of the 9 countries that border the DRC, what country that's to its southwest is the largest in area? That's question 1, just straight up geography.
Straight up geography. It also has the longest border with the DRC.
Ooh, a little extra.
Ooh, a little extra. There you go. Question number 2. In addition to at least 2, I'll say 3, other well-known creations, what television writer's ledger also includes series such as 911, Pose, and Nip Tuck? So 911, Pose, and Nip Tuck are 3 of the many television creations of what writer and creator? That's question number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Steven, I love when he goes, sprinkles! Sarah had sprinkles is the best part for sure.
Question number 3, with a title describing the opposition of his cabinet members. What American president is the subject of Doris Kearns Goodwin's? I forgot there was three words in it.
And they're not hyphenated either.
Yep. Doris Kearns Goodwin's Pulitzer Prize-winning book, Team of Rivals. So what American president is the subject of Team of Rivals? That is question number 3.
Mm-hmm. Question number 4. Following the example of the University of Basel's Kunstmuseum, which research university opened the Ashmolean Museum of Art and Archaeology in 1683?
That's
not a typo.
There.
That's not a typo.
That's a bit back there.
In 1683, which research university opened the still operating Ashmolean Museum of Art and Archaeology? That's question number 4.
Question number 5. An 80s sitcom named for a DC apartment building and starring Marla Gibbs launched the career of what teen who grew up to become a multi-award winning actress and director? And we'd like to thank Sarah Ann Rapp for this question.
Yes, we would. Thank you, Sarah. I didn't realize you were on the Sarah question.
That's fine.
Mind if I take the reread?
You're good.
Thank you very much. Question number 5 again. An 80s sitcom named for a DC apartment building and starring Marla Gibbs launched the career of which teen who grew up to become a multi-award winning actress and director? And again, that question comes to you from Sarah Ann Rapp, and that is question number 5.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, TJ, and we'll just switch off.
Question number 6. Released in 1996, what Wes Anderson film is the only one thus far that does not feature Bill Murray in any capacity? So what is the only Wes Anderson film to not feature Bill Murray at all? It was released in 1996.
Only one in which you can't see or hear him.
Mm-hmm. That's question 6.
Question number 7. In the name of the CAN-DO nuclear reactor, the CAN stands for Canada, the U for uranium, and the D stands for what isotope, which is one of only 2 stable isotopes of hydrogen, along with protium. Protium is one of only 2 stable isotopes of hydrogen. The other one is what other isotope that begins with D and also signifies the D in the name of the CAN-DO nuclear reactor? That's question number 7.
Mm-hmm. And your last question of the round, it's Randy Anagram time.
It
Rearrange the following letters to form an 8-letter word, and you got a nice anus. But seriously, hint, I don't know about hot, but
yes,
I'm definitely
we are
bothered.
giving points for the baseball question for sure.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, we have to correctly put in the
Anybody
Giants
who did
as
the
correct.
Giants. That's fine. I
Yep.
can do that.
I was just thinking about that today, or thinking about that now.
Yeah, just now. I was about to say, you're thinking about
just
that earlier
now.
today, and you just told me now. We're going to have a problem.
Yeah, just now.
Just now. There we go.
All right, we're all good there. So question number 8, once again, Randy Anagram time. Rearrange the following letters, and you got a nice anus in your hints. I don't know about hot, but I'm definitely bothered.
That's for sure.
That's question number 8, and it's time to go back to the recap.
All right, question number
Let's
1.
run it back.
Of the 9 countries that border the Democratic Republic of the Congo, which country located to its southwest is the largest in area? This country also shares the longest border with the Democratic Republic of the Congo. That's question number 1. TJ.
Yep. Question number 2. In addition to at least 2 other well-known creations, what television writer's ledger also includes series such as 911, Pose, and Nip Tuck? That's question 2.
Question number 3, with a title describing the opposition of his cabinet members. Which American president is the subject of Doris Kearns Goodwin's Pulitzer Prize-winning Pulitzer Prize-winning book?
Ha ha! It didn't just
Team
happen to me.
Of Rivals.
It didn't just happen to me.
Which president is the focus of Team of Rivals? That is question number 3.
Question number 4. Following the example of the University of Basel's Kunstmuseum, what research university opened the Ashmolean Museum of Art and Archaeology in 1683? Gotta be careful with that, University of Basel. Don't want to really step in it. That is question number 4. What university opened the Ashmolean Museum?
Question number 5. This one comes to you from Sarah Ann Rapp. An 80s sitcom named for a DC apartment building and starring Marla Gibbs launched the career of which teen who grew up to become a multi-award winning actress and director? What is the name of that then teen actress who grew up to be a multi-award winner as a director and an actress? That's question number 5.
Question number 6. Released in 1996, which Wes Anderson film is the only one that has not featured Bill Murray in any capacity? What's the only Wes Anderson film to not feature Bill Murray at all? It was released in 1996. You have to give us that film.
Question number 7. In the name of the CANDU nuclear reactor, the CAN stands for Canada, the U for uranium, and the D for what isotope, which is one of only 2 stable hydrogen isotopes, along with protium. And TJ, round us out. Get us filthy.
Question number 8. Randy anagram time. We'll get Randy. Rearrange the following letters to form an 8-letter word, and it's a nice anus. And your hint, I don't know about hot, but I'm definitely bothered. Nice anus. I don't know about hot, but I'm definitely bothered. Rearrange those. Give us a word. That's question 8. And it's time for you to submit your answers.
That is question number 8. It is time for you to submit your answers. So good luck, everybody. We will be back in just a bit. I'll turn on the countdown timer, and you will have 3 minutes to submit. We'll see you soon. All right, we are back. It looks like everybody did really well on that round. Can't wait for rounds 4 and 5 for y'all. Anyway, let's take a look at the answers from round number 2. That's what it was.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Question number 1, of the 9 countries that border the Democratic Republic of the Congo, which country to its southwest is the largest in area? I also told you that it shared the longest border with the DRC. That is Angola. Nearly every team got that one correct. Good job on your African geo.
Question number 2, in addition to at least 2 other well-known creations, what television writer's ledger also includes the series 911, Pose, and Nip Tuck? Those 2 other well-known ones would be American Horror Story and American Crime Story. And also Glee, this is Ryan Murphy.
Mm-hmm. Question number 3, with a title describing the opposition of his cabinet members. Which American president is the subject of Doris Kearns Goodwin's Pulitzer Prize-winning book Team of Rivals? 3 different people within this president's cabinet ran against him in his first election.
Yeah.
That was Abraham Lincoln. Yes, 3 of his own cabinet members
What'd you call this earlier today?
What'd I call that?
The golden age of the argument.
Oh, yes. Oh, my God. 1860s America, yes, was absolutely the golden age of arguments, for sure. And that's one of the reasons that Lincoln's cabinet actually worked so well, was that everybody had a lot of opinions and not exactly all on the same side.
Question number 4. Following the example of the University of Basel's Kunstmuseum, which research university opened the Ashmolean Museum of Art and Archaeology in 1683? And that's exactly the one you're thinking of, because it's Oxford.
Yep. We had some guesses for Cairo and Cambridge, which are both definitely great guesses considering the age of the universities. But it is at Oxford, where you can find, still today, the Ashmolean Museum. Yep. Question number 5. This one came to you from Sarah Ann Rapp. Thank you again, Sarah. An 80s sitcom named for a D.C. apartment building and starring Marla Gibbs launched the career of which teen who grew up to become a multi-award-winning actress and director? So that show was called 227, and on 227 was a young Regina King, who has been nominated this year for multiple awards for One Night in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait to see how that goes.
I've seen the Shrunken Heads there. Nice. Question number 6, released in 1996. What Wes Anderson film is the only one to this point of Wes Anderson's that does not feature Bill Murray in any capacity? And that would be his debut, the 1996's Bottle Rockets.
Yeah, I love how, like, on every poster and DVD cover I could find, Jason Schwartzman, even though he's, like, the top actor in that film, isn't one of the first billed. It's always the Wilsons. Like, he's not even on any of the... He's not on any of the DVD boxes. He's not on any of the posters.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
That is how it goes.
Question number 7.
Sometimes you write songs for Mary Poppins.
In the name of the CAN-Do nuclear reactor. I just love that little arm-swinging CAN-Do. The CAN stands for Canada, the U for uranium, and the D for what isotope? The only stable isotope of hydrogen besides protium That would be the one that you would find in heavy water. That is deuterium. Deuterium was a correct answer. Okay, cool. One of the teams was telling us they gained another team member.
Cool.
Good. Awesome.
We have friends.
We have friends.
Yay.
And
your
last one.
last one, Randy, anagram time. Rearrange the following letters and form an 8-letter word out of nice anus. And your hint, I don't know about hot, but I'm definitely bothered. And you too can be bothered.
That's a bit.
Like a nuisance.
Yes, dear Mr. Simpson, stop. Your constant letters are becoming a nuisance. Stop. If you do not cease, I will be forced to pursue legal action. Stop. Boris Karloff, Hollywood, California. Awesome. Now, TJ, scoring update, please.
Scoring updates. We got in 11th place with 2 points, Drew Trunk. We got tied for 9th, 12 points apiece for the triumvirate and shortly departing house guests. 6th place for a 3-way tie for the Hullabaloos, Kanye West Nile Virus, and Augustus Gloop. There it is.
Bloop. There it is.
5th place, 15 points, 1 point off a perfect score. 5th place, Hayden Panettiere. And tied for first 4-way tie with 3rd podium, Team Coast to Coast, Octopus Nuts, and B3 Front Stroking King.
Wow.
But all of that will now change because
All
it's
of
time
that-
for the music round.
All of that may change because it is time for the music round. We are about to start the music round. Let me pull up the directions for that here in just a moment. I'm also going to
I'm
pull
gonna
up the
drop it.
link.
Dropping the link in now.
Beautiful.
And I just
down
put
round
the
two,
link in
starting
for the
round
Vocaroo link. You're going to click that. You're going to listen to it. You're going to listen to it as many times as you need. And then you're going to submit your answers, and we will see you in about 10 minutes.
Yep,
There
exactly.
will be no filler music at this time to help you concentrate.
Yep, 1 point's given for each correctly guessed title, 1 point for each correctly guessed artist. The link is posted in the comments. You can listen, you can rewind, and you can listen again. I think it's around a 5-minute long link, and you'll have 10 minutes to submit. So good luck, everybody. We will see you on the other side of 10 minutes, and get your answers in when you can. Best of luck once more. Bye. All right, 2 minutes until you need to submit your answers. We just wanted to pop on and give you that 2-minute warning because, of course, the last 2 minutes go by a lot faster than the preceding 8.
We'd also like to thank Nicole Nesberg and Dan Fitzpatrick for their donations.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Nicole. And get your answers in as soon as you can. Good luck, everybody. All right, that is time. Make sure that you get your
See,
answers
the
in.
time up that's all over us.
Yeah, you can. Let me take that and do that. There we go. That is time. Make sure you get your answers in as soon as you can in order to hurry you up, Academy Award style. We're going to put the filler music back on in just a moment. So get those answers in when you can. We'll grade those answers and get back to you as soon as possible. This is probably the best time of the night to take a break, powder your nose, get a snack, or hit up the Venmo. You can do so at McKinney-Sizemore or use PayPal using ksizemore@hotmail.com. Remember, 100% of donations tonight are going to the family of Sarah Holub, and we are hoping to get a scholarship foundation established in Sarah's name and memory. So please donate generously and do whatever you can. We love all of you. Thanks for being here, and get your answers in as soon as you can. Bye for now.
All right, let's go through those answers for round number 3, your music round. And song number 1 was Shape of My Heart by Sting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looked like everybody got the artist right. As
you should.
Well, I'm not saying as you should, but as would probably be expected. He's got a highly distinctive voice and accent, for sure. Question number 2 was Death on Two Legs, dedicated to ... by Queen.
Could it be? Spill the tea, Freddie. Come on.
This is probably the most bitter Queen song ever written. It was written about the band's former manager.
Mm-hmm.
Was it former manager or one of the executives?
It was one of the executives.
It was one of the executives at the record label.
Song number 3 was Heaven's on Fire by Kiss. This took our dad one Paul Stanley whale, and he got it.
It's precisely where I would have gotten it to. But this came off the album Animalize, which was the first album that this band did unmasked.
It's the only one that features none of the members on the front. Just the
That's
animal
true.
skins.
That's true.
On the back, you can see the guys. So.
That's true.
Song number 4 was Too Much Time on My Hands by Styx.
Mm-hmm. All-time good song. And not all-time banger, but all-time good song, for sure. That was on, Rock Band 2? Was it downloadable content on Rock Band 2?
I believe so, yeah.
It was something we played on Rock Band, for sure. Song number 5, First Time Ever I Saw Your Face, Roberta Flack. Along with this song and Killing Me Softly, Roberta Flack was the first person to have back-to-back, what was it, Song of the Year Grammy Awards? A feat that was only equaled by U2 with Walk On and Beautiful Day, I think.
Yeah.
A lot later. Song number 6
was The Only Living Boy in New York by Simon and Garfunkel.
Song number 7, one of my all-time favorites, is Hurt by Christina Aguilera.
And this is probably the only one that actually requires an explanation for.
We'll get to that. But yeah, I feel like this song, Don't Cry Out Loud by Melissa Manchester, and the discography of Tom Waits are the only songs I can think of that are just like the haunted, set in an abandoned circus songs.
And Vindicated by Dashboard Confessional. And we featured Dashboard Confessional a few weeks ago.
We did in our Almost Vanity game.
Yep. And this is from Spider-Man 2. So probably their best known song other than...
hands down.
Than Screaming Infidelities.
Okay, maybe.
Say. Yeah.
But this one, again, was for teachers in music. Sting was a teacher. Brian May taught maths for a little while.
Yep.
Heaven's on Fire, Gene Simmons was a teacher. Styx, Dennis
DeYoung was a teacher, yep.
Roberta Flack.
Roberta Flack was the first African-American teacher at an all-white school in Chevy Chase, Maryland.
That I did not know.
Yep. She's a badass, and I wanted to feature her.
Song number 6, Art Garfunkel was a teacher. In fact, was teaching when their song Bridge Over Troubled Water hit number 1, and they got some real acclaim.
Real royalties.
Uh-huh. And
Christina Aguilera, she is not a teacher per se, but she did do some teaching on Masterclass.
Yep, she teaches vocals on Masterclass. And then Dashboard Confessionals
Chris Carrabba was a teacher, and as a matter of fact was teaching because he gave up his professional skating career at 23 when he realized it probably wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, if it hasn't happened by 23, it's not going to happen. Of course, tell that to like Mike Valley, who hit it big in his mid-30s.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was round number 3.
Can't all be Jason Lee.
Can't all be Jason Lee. Now it's time to move on to round number 4. And that is this one here. Round number 4 is one of my favorites. And then round number 5 is the hard one. So
It
get
is
ready.
a very hard one. Well, we'll see how everybody
Let's
does.
start with round number 4. Me, yes. Question number 1. In Arthur Miller's The Crucible, which method of torture / execution is used in an attempt to coax a confession out of suspected witch Giles Corey? A real-life figure, Corey's punishment is considered the only one of this type to ever officially occur in American history. So what method of torture / execution is used on suspected witch Giles Corey in The Crucible and in American history?
Yeah, I don't really see it as a form of torture. It's just execution, because you're not coming out of this one.
Well, thanks for the hints.
Well, I mean...
And question number 2.
Question number 2. What 2000 film Directed by Keenan Ivory Wayans, grossed approximately $278 million against a $19 million budget, and spawned 4 sequels and reignited an entire subgenre. So spawning 4 sequels and reigniting an entire subgenre, what 2000 film by Keenan Ivory Wayans racked up $278 million on a $19 million budget? That's question 2.
And question number 3. Recent news out of Fermilab has indicated the possibility of a 5th fundamental force based on observations of the interaction between what elementary leptons, named for a Greek letter? Named for a Greek letter, what type of elementary leptons have shown the possibility of the existence of a 5th fundamental force?
That's cool.
So prevent a college roommate from dropping out after said roommate was blinded by an... Okay. Art Garfunkel also prevented his college roommate from dropping out after said roommate was blinded by an infection. And then that roommate, successful inventor Sandy Greenberg, paid for session time for Art and Paul Simon. That's pretty cool.
That is very cool.
But that's question number 3. Tej, you got question number 4?
Mm-hmm. Question number 4. The following image shows a discontinued Toyota model that shares its name with what title character from a Shakespeare play? That Toyota model shares its name with what character from a title character from a Shakespeare play?
Mm-hmm.
So what title character does that Toyota and the Shakespeare title character have in common? That's question 4.
That is question number 4. Question number 5. In the song Non-Stop from Hamilton, the title character is asked 4 questions, all of which begin with the words, "Why do you?" Of these questions, which is asked first? Hint, it's the only question that rhymes with itself. So in the song Non-Stop, the title character Hamilton is asked 4 different questions that all begin with the words, "Why do you blank blank blank?" Of these questions, which is asked first? And again, your hint is that this question is the only one that rhymes with itself. That's question number 5. There's your Hamilton content.
Mm-hmm.
And question number 6.
Question number 6. What kicker was the leading scorer in the NFL in 2007 after taking over the job for Green Bay and has since become one of only 6 players with a 100% field goal percentage in a season?
That's in NFL history?
That is in NFL history.
Wow.
One of only 6 players to ever do it over the course of a full season. So once again, what kicker was the NFL's leading scorer in 2007 after taking over the job in Green Bay and has since become one of only 6 players in NFL history with a 100% field goal percentage for a season? Who's that kicker? That's question 6.
And question number 7. Appointed in 1243, Adone Scarito and Filippo de Starpeto were the first 2 captains regent of what country, whose 2 heads of state are appointed by vote to 6-month terms? So appointed in 1243, Adone Scarito and Filippo de Starpeto were the first 2 captains regents of what country, whose heads of state are appointed by vote to 6-month terms? That's question number 7.
Every time I hear head of state, all I can hear is Nate Dogg in my head.
Who's the head of state?
Question number 8. Describing a combination of beer and a citrus soft drink such as lemonade. That cool, refreshing drink. What word with an unknown etymological origin has been redacted from the following image? So what word with an etymological origin has been redacted from this image, showing a citrus and a beer together?
Like that?
Like that. It's like
That's
that.
it. That's question number 8. Let's hit it with the recap. Question number 1. In the Crucible, which method of torture / execution is used on suspected witch Giles Corey? Corey, who existed in real life, is considered the only person to have ever undergone this type of torture / execution officially in American history. That's question number 1.
Question number 2. What 2000 film, directed by Keenan Ivory Wayans, grossed $278 million against a $19 million budget and spawned 4 sequels and reignited an entire subgenre? What film is that? That's question 2.
Question number 3. Recent news out of Fermilab has indicated the possibility of a 5th fundamental force. This is based on the observations of what type of elementary lepton, named for a Greek letter? That's question number 3.
Question number 4. The following image shows a discontinued Toyota model. It shares its name with what title character from a Shakespeare play? This Toyota model shares its name with what title character from a Shakespeare play? That's question 4.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna leave that Toyota up there for a bit.
You can stare at it for a little while. Mm-hmm. That nice, sexy 1992 Toyota.
Why are you?
Question number 5. In the song Non-Stop from Hamilton, the title character is asked 4 different questions, all of which begin with the words, "Why do you?" Of these questions, which is asked first? Here's your hint. It's the only question that rhymes with itself. That's question number 5.
Question number 6. What kicker was the NFL's leading scorer in 2007 after taking over the job in Green Bay, and has since become one of only 6 players in NFL history with a 100% field goal percentage in a season? Who's that kicker? That's question 6.
And question number 7. Appointed in 1243, Adone Scarito and Filippo de Starpeto were the first 2 captains regent of what country, whose 2 heads of state are appointed by vote to 6-month terms? That's question number 7. And TJ, round us out.
Question number 8. Describing a combination of beer and a citrus soft drink, such as lemonade. What word with an unknown etymological origin has been redacted from the following image? So what word of an unknown etymological origin is on this is a combination of beer and a citrus, like a lemonade.
Mm-hmm. Typically lemonade.
Typically lemonade.
That's question number 8. So good luck, everybody. We are going to bring the countdown timer back and adjust it so that you do not get a full 10 minutes like last round. And best of luck. Submit your answers.
See you guys in a bit.
Here's your music.
All right, it is time to go over those round 4 answers. Let's get into them.
Starting with question number 1 in Arthur Miller's The Crucible. Which method of torture/execution is used in an attempt to coax a confession out of suspected witch? Giles, Corey, I think all of our teams got this correct. Let me double check that just real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it looks like everybody got it. Everybody kind of described it differently, but this is pressing.
Yep.
He was put under stones, and legendarily, both in real life and in the
More weight.
in the drama, more weight are Corey's last words.
Question number 2. What 2000 film directed by Keenan Ivory Wayans grossed approximately $278 million against a $19 million budget? It spawned 4 sequels and reignited an entire subgenre. This was also pretty much a social. This is Scary Movie.
Scary movie. That's
I
right.
love that it says no sequels.
Yeah.
And then they had 4 of them.
Well,
until the check cashed.
It was no sequels until they made more than $250 million in profit.
Well,
Then it was
they
all the
sallied
sequels.
forth. Yeah.
Question number 3. Recent news out of Fermilab has indicated the possibility of a 5th fundamental force based on observations of interactions between what elementary leptons, named for a Greek letter? According to the standard model, those are muons. And there's the standard model of subatomic particles right there.
You can only catch that with a master ball.
Yeah, you can only get a muon with a master ball. Yes, thank you, TJ.
Question number 4. The following image shows a discontinued Toyota model. It shares its name with what title character from a Shakespeare play? Let's see a look at that butte one more time. And that is Cressida from
Yes.
Troilus and Cressida.
The Toyota Cressida. We got some great responses on this. My favorite was the Toyota Coriolanus. Definitely discontinued, I would say. Moving on now to question number 5. In the song Nonstop from Hamilton, the title character is asked 4 different questions, all of which begin with the words, why do you? It's, why do you write like you're running out of time? Why do you always say what you believe? Why do you fight like you're running out of time? Which only comes up once toward the end.
And the
but
first
the
question.
first question, and the one that rhymes with itself, is, why do you assume you're the smartest in the room? So that was the answer to question number 5 there. TJ.
Question number 6. What kicker was the leading scorer in 2007 after taking over the job in Green Bay and has since become one of only 6 players with a 100% field goal percentage in a season? That's the Silver Fox himself. That's Mason Crosby.
Mm-hmm. And who do you take over for?
Ryan Longwell.
It's a pretty good name for a
Longwell,
field goal
yeah,
kicker.
I've always thought that. As-
It's like a complete reverse of Kerry Lettinen as a NHL goalie.
that poor Finnish bastard.
Question number 7. Appointed in 1243, Adone Scarito and Filippo di Stirpetto were the first 2 captains regent of what country, whose 2 heads of state are appointed by vote to 6-month terms? That would be San Marino. San Marino is run by 2 captains regent who are voted on by the political players in San Marino.
And question number 8, describing a combination of beer and a citrus soft drink such as lemonade. What word with an unknown etymological origin has been redacted from the following image? You can also find them in Leinenkugel varieties. These are shandies.
Shandy indeed.
Shandy.
Speaking of Kiss songs,
Yes.
Shandy was a one of the Kissco songs. I don't think it was off of... was it off Dynasty? No, I think it was off of... is it called Unmasked? I think it's called Unmasked, where they're holding the masks.
Yeah.
But the whole thing is they weren't unmasked at that time. It was right before they were unmasked.
They're just teasing everybody.
Scoring update, Mr.
Scoring updates.
We got a tight one brewing.
Shandy.
11th place, we've got Drew Trunk. In 10th place, 30 points for the Triumvirate. 9th place with 31 points, shortly departing house guests. 8th place, 34 points for the Hullabaloos. I love that name.
It's a good name.
7th place, 35 points for Kanye West Nile Virus. 6th place, 38 points for Team Coast to Coast. Tied for 4th, 39 points apiece for B3 Frontstroke and King and Augustus Gloop. There it is. And a 3-way tie for first place currently with 3rd podium, Octopodes Nuts and Hayden Panettiere.
Woo! All right.
40 points on the board. It all comes down to round 5 and it's hard.
So the first 3 songs off of Unmasked on the first side, tracks 1 through 3 are Is That You, which I like, Shandy and Talk to Me. Shandy was the first single released off of that album.
Is that used better than both of those?
Is that you?
Crawling up my stairs.
Talk to Me's not bad either. Looks like we got another donation, so let me see what's going on. Oh, thank you so much. We'd like to shout out Lindsay Henry for their donation. Lindsay, thank you very much. Again, we are raising money for Sarah Hollub, her family, and her scholarship foundation. So if there's anything that you can do, please hit us up using Venmo at McKinney-Sizemore or use PayPal, ksizemore@hotmail.com.
And once again, 100% will be going to the family.
Exactly. 100%.
And
Round
with
number
that
5.
being said, it's time for round 5.
Who starts? I
I'll
start.
go.
Okay, go
That's
ahead.
fine. Question number 1, written in iambic pentameter, author Vikram Seth's The Golden Gate uses a sonnet form named for what verse novel by Alexander Pushkin? The Golden Gate uses a sonnet form named for what verse novel by Alexander Pushkin? That is question number 1. What's that Pushkin novel? Name that Pushkin.
Question number 2. The 4 cities of Hawaii with a population greater than 40,000 include Honolulu, East Honolulu, Pearl City, and which other city? The 4-letter capital of the Big Island of Hawaii. So of the 40,000 cities in Hawaii, or I'm sorry, the 40,000 cities.
4,000.
Of the 4 cities of Hawaii with a population of greater than 40,000, you've got Honolulu, East Honolulu, Pearl City, and which other, which is the capital of the Big Island? That's question number 2.
Question number 3. The 2010 ESPN film Once Brothers tells the story of 2 teammates. One was from Serbia, the other from Croatia. One went on to be the GM of the Sacramento Kings, while the other played for the then New Jersey Nets before a fatal car accident claimed his life in 1993. Name either player.
TJ is very stuck on Pokemon tonight.
Once again, the 2010 ESPN film Once Brothers tells the story of two teammates, one from Serbia and the other from Croatia. One went on to be the GM of the Sacramento Kings, while the other played for the then New Jersey Nets before a fatal car accident in 1993. Name either player.
Question number 4. Dante Bosco provided the voice for the title character of what Disney animated show that shares part of its name with the number 1 overall pick in the 2008 NFL Draft? Can you please post your PayPal info in the chat? Yes, could you please go ahead and do that? Venmo, too, if you get the chance. Mm-hmm. Again, question number 4. Dante Bosco was the voice behind the title character of what Disney animated show that shares part of its name with the number 1 overall pick in the 2008 NFL Draft? That is question number 4. And you're going to keep on typing that. Mm-hmm. Mind if I take this?
That's fine.
Question number 5. The appropriate first image a visitor to the Wikipedia page on hyperinflation sees is the currency featured on the following slide. A 100 quintillion Pengo note once issued by what country? So what country issued this note? It is a 100 quintillion Pengo note. This is also the first image you will see if you go to the Wikipedia page for hyperinflation, and boy, is that appropriate. Mm-hmm. That is question number 5. TJ.
Question number 6. To bell the cat. Horse droppings are not figs. Wild bears prefer each other's company. They're just 3 of the 120-plus idiomatic sayings visually rendered in what 1559 work by Peter Bruegel the Elder, as seen on this slide. So over 120 idiomatic sayings are on this work by Peter Bruegel the Elder. We want to know, what is this work?
What is this?
What is this? That
magic everywhere.
Is question 6.
Question number 7. The hardest button to button. I just don't know what to do with myself and 7 Nation Army were the first 3 singles released off of what 2003 Animal named album by the White Stripes. With an Animal name, what 2003 White Stripes album included tracks such as The Hardest Button to Button, I Just Don't Know What to Do with Myself, and of course, 7 Nation Army. That's question number 7.
And your final question of the evening.
It's a toughie.
Question number 8. Manganese is one of only 3 chemical elements that shares its elemental symbol with a U.S. state that also contains the same amount of letters. An example, manganese is MN and has 8 letters. Minnesota is postal code MN and has 8 letters. Your job is to name either of the other 2, and you can give either the state or the element.
I like this question.
Uh-huh.
It's hard.
It's very hard.
You want to read that for him one more time?
No problem. Manganese is one of only 3 chemical elements that share its elemental symbol with the U.S. state and also contains that same amount of letters. Manganese is MN and 8. Minnesota is postal code MN and has 8 letters. Name either of the other 2. You can give the state or the element.
Minnesota has 9 letters.
What did you do?
I just realized that. The other 2 are correct.
Uh-huh.
The other 2 are correct. So there are only 2, I suppose.
There are only 2. Okay, cool. You get to take this
for 2
one.
weeks.
You get to take this one.
All right.
The other ones are correct. I verified that.
The other ones are correct, yes. So basically, just give us the name of a chemical element or a state that has the exact same symbol, as in the chemical element symbol and the postal abbreviation is the same, and has the same amount of letters.
In the meantime, we'll try to count to 9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, it's 9. Those were both
9.
right.
Yep,
those were both
has
right.
9 letters.
Okay,
yep,
that's what it was.
Has 9 letters.
Everybody's rolling in. Wow.
You're not
need to get some
quite
more
as
sleep
much of
this
an
week or
idiot.
something.
Not quite that much of an idiot. It's okay, bud.
All right. Recap for now.
Excellent. Question 1. Written iambic pentameter. Author Vikram Seth's The Golden Gate. Uses a sonnet form. Named for what verse novel? By Alexander Pushkin. Name the Pushkin novel. That's question 1.
Question number 2. The 4 cities of Hawaii with a population greater than 40,000 are Honolulu, East Honolulu, Pearl City, and what 4-letter capital of the Big Island? That's question number 2. TJ.
Question number 3. The 2010 ESPN film Once Brothers tells the story of 2 teammates, one from Serbia and the other from Croatia. One went on to be the GM of the Sacramento Kings, while the other played for the then New Jersey Nets before a fatal car accident in 1993. Your job? Name either player. That's question 3.
And question number 4. Dante Bosco provided the voice for the title character of what Disney animated show that shares part of its name with the number 1 overall pick in the 2008 NFL Draft? So, what's the name of that animated show? That's question number 4.
Question number 5. The appropriate first image a visitor to the Wikipedia page on hyperinflation sees is the currency featured on the following slide. A 100 quintillion pingo note was once issued by what country? What country issued in a very big time of hyperinflation this 100 quintillion pingo note? That's question 5.
That is question 5. Question number 6. To bell the cat, horse droppings are not figs, and wild bears prefer each other's company are just 3 of the 120-plus idiomatic sayings visually rendered in what 1559 work by Peter Bruegel the Elder, seen on the following slide. What is the name of this Peter Bruegel the Elder painting? That is question number 6.
That is.
Give you just a little bit of time there.
Question number 7, the hardest button to button. I just don't know what to do with myself. And of course, Seven Nation Army were the first 3 singles that was released off of what 2003 animal named album by the White Stripes. I think people are logging on to different accounts just to give it to you a little bit more.
Just to tell me how many letters are in manganese.
Yep.
Good God.
What album by the White Stripes is named for an animal? That's question 7.
And question number 8. Manganese is one of only 3 chemical elements that shares its elemental symbol with the U.S. state that also contains the same amount of letters. Manganese is symbolized Mn and contains 9 letters.
Oh, it does?
Minnesota has the postal code MN and contains 9 letters. Name either of the other 2 who satisfy these criteria. You can give either the state or the element, whichever works for you. That's question number 8. That's our recap. So it is time for y'all to submit your answers. And once again, we are raising money to support Sarah Hollub and her family. So please give generously. Hit us up Venmo at McKinney-Sizemore or use PayPal ksizemore@hotmail.com.
And both of those are in the chat.
Yep, both of those handles are in the Facebook chat, and they will be on the slides going forward as well. So do what you can. Thank you very much for being a part of this, and good
See you
luck.
guys in just a bit. All right, let's go through those last round answers. Question number 1, written in iambic pentameter, author Vikram Set's The Golden Gate uses a sonnet form named for what verse novel by Alexander Pushkin? And that Pushkin novel would be Eugene Onegin.
Yep, the Onegin sonnet was the form that Vikram Seth used when writing that book. Question number 2, the 4 cities of Hawaii with a population greater than 40,000 include Honolulu, East Honolulu, Pearl City, and which other city, which is the 4-letter capital of the Big Island? Before I get to that answer, I want to say thank you. We had 2 donors during this past break, and including Cody Vest. So thank you very much to both of our donors, and thank you, Cody. That is Hilo, by the way. Hilo is the capital of the Big Island of Hawaii and one of only 4 cities with a population greater than 40,000.
Question number 3, the 2010 film Once Brothers tells the story of 2 teammates, one from Serbia, the other from Croatia. One went on to be the GM of the Sacramento Kings. The other played for the New Jersey Nets before a fatal car accident in 1993. I wanted you to name either player. You could have given us Vlade Divac or Drazen Petrovic. Drazen Petrovic, while he was never able to make an NBA All-Star team, his former teammate Anthony Morrow gave a very good tribute to him when he competed in the 3-point contest. It's really nice.
Question number 4. Dante Bosco provided the voice for the title character of what Disney animated show that shares part of its name with the number 1 overall pick in the 2008 NFL Draft? That would be American Dragon, Jake Long.
Yep.
You want to tell them a little bit about Jake Long?
Yeah, Jake Long and his brother Chris, obviously, really, really good NFL players. Chris, an NFL champion. Jake Long also, I believe, was one of the last players that got signed before the draft.
Never was a deal as done as since since the Trevor Lawrence deal.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence already donating $20,000 to Jacksonville charities. It's done.
Yeah, I mean, they tweeted his name on the back of a Jacksonville jersey.
As soon as the Jets won against the Rams, that was
bold.
Yeah, QB.
Thank you,
baby.
Stephen Glassman, for your donation. Thank you very much, Stephen. TJ, Q5.
You've been American Dragon, Marcus Russell. Question number 5. The appropriate first image of visitor to the Wikipedia page on hyperinflation seas is the currency featured on the following slide. A 100 quintillion pingo note that was issued by what country? There's that 100 quintillion note that was issued by Hungary.
Yeah, one of the worst examples of hyperinflation of all time beset Hungary, I believe, in the 1940s. Let me double check that real quick. Hungary hyperinflation. Looks like it was 1945. So, yeah, highest inflation ever recorded. Question number 6. This was, to Bell the cat, horse droppings are not figs, and wild bears prefer each other's company are just 3 of the 120 plus idiomatic sayings visually rendered in what 1559 work by Peter Bruegel the Elder, as seen on the following slide. All of you who know the Fleet Foxes may recognize this album cover from White Winter Hymnal. That is Netherlandish Proverbs.
We accepted Flemish Proverbs.
Flemish Proverbs for this one as well. Yes.
Seemed fair. Question number 7, the hardest button to button. I just don't know what to do with myself. And of course, Seven Nation Army were the first 3 singles that were released off of what 2003 animal named album by the White Stripes. Let's see Jack White holding a cricket bat. It's Elephant.
Yep, Elephant was indeed the answer. I think we had a couple of teams give us White Blood Cells, which is not really animal named, but is another really good
White Stripes album. Yeah.
Oh, no, we didn't. We had a social.
Social?
Good job, everybody, getting Elephant.
Nice.
And question number 8. This was probably the hardest question of the night, or at least the one that required the most thinking. Manganese is one of only 3 chemical elements that shares its elemental symbol with the U.S. Postal Code and also contains the same amount of letters in its name as that U.S. state. Manganese is abbreviated MN and has 9 letters. Minnesota is abbreviated MN and has 9 letters. Name either of the other 2. You could have given us lanthanum / Louisiana or gallium / Georgia.
I was telling Mickey, I love the fact that he color-coded these to schools Lanthanum looks like Louisiana State University.
Louisiana State, yeah,
Yeah,
LSU.
LSU.
Yeah, yep.
Mhm. And Gallium and GA definitely looks like UGA, the University of Georgia.
Exactly. All right, so
Let's
that's that.
go to the standing.
Promise you, it's exciting.
We had with 2 points, 11th place. Thank you for showing up, Drew Trunk. We had 10th place, 35 points for shortly departing house guests. 9th place, 36 points. It was a high-scoring game for the triumvirate. 8th place, 40 points. 40 points got 8th place. Like, seriously? Was the Hullabaloos. 7th place, 41 points for Kanye West Nile Virus. 6th place, 43 points for Team Coast to Coast. 5th place, 44 points for Augustus Gloop. There it is. 4th place, 45 points for Third Podium. 2nd place, 47 points apiece, tied. Hayden Panettiere and B3 Front Stroking King. And your winners with 48 points, including getting 8 in the last round.
Which was the toughest.
Octopus Nuts with 48 points.
Congratulations,
Congratulations,
Nuts.
Really, congratulations to everybody up and down the board. That is a high-scoring ball game.
Absolutely, it is. Thank you, everybody, for turning out. Again, this game has been played in memory of Sarah Hollub, who recently passed away. Sarah's family is looking to begin a scholarship fund in her name, and all donations that are sent in tonight will be going directly to them, 100%. So please donate using Venmo at McKinney-Sizemore or PayPal, ksizemore at hotmail.com. We'd like to shout out Gail Angeles, who helped us with the information of where the money should go.
And a couple of Sarah's favorite topics.
Exactly. Thank you very much, Gail, for your help. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And thank you in advance for anything you're willing to contribute. We've had a great time. No issues this time. So, knock on wood. Hopefully that continues.
Yep. And we will see you guys next week.
Next week, Monday at 9 o'clock Eastern. Good night. Clear.
Cool.
Hold on.